Alright, today I'm going to show you how to change the screen on a Dell Inspiron 1545. To start off with, we're going to take the battery off. Like you should do with most computers when you start to work on the insides. You just want to get the power off of it so you're not messing with anything. And let's look straight to the monitor. As you can see, there's already some damage to it. Some of the pads are already missing, and there's spidering on the screen, which you can't see because it's a glossy one. And some of the screws are already missing. This may or may not have been due to malicious intent. First, you're going to start over here. There's a part where you just can put a screwdriver in and you pop it right off. You can hear it pop. Don't worry about too much underneath there. There's just the hinges and the speakers. So you don't really want to hear it. It's completely fine. And just kind of scoot your hand along, kind of feel where you can pop it. And when it starts giving you troubles, you just slide your thumb underneath there and it'll pop right off. And there you can see you've got the hinges, the speakers, there's your power button, and the other hinge. And the next thing you're going to do is try and find the screws for the screen right here. As you can see are all the pads that are right here. And some of the ones that are already missing, you just kind of peel those right off. As far as getting them back on, I assume rubber cement will probably work pretty good for sticking them back on there. Alright, we've got all the screws or whatever is still there shown. Just grab a small little screwdriver and take them off. One thing that you can do with the screwdriver is hold it up to a magnet and just let it sit there, and it'll actually magnetize, so that's a little bit easier to grab these screws. That should be the last one. Alright, once you got those off, it's the same thing. Most computers, as long as you got all the screws off, they'll just pop apart. And you just kind of slide your hand along. And there, now we got the monitor exposed. Looks like right here there's a grounding screw right here, and then you can see the hinges. Most of them have arrows showing you which ones to take off for this actual screen. There's only 4 of them, keeping them in place with the actual bracket. I saved some time and went ahead and took the screws off. At this point in time, kind of be careful, because on the back of this monitor is the actual cable that keeps it in, or gets the signal from the computer to tell it what it needs to show. Right here you can see the data cable. And there's a piece of tape that holds it in place. You want to get the tape first. Kind of peel from the top. Then just carefully pull out. There you have that piece. It might be sticky in a couple of spots. Just pull it straight up and you'll be fine. There you have the broken screen. On here, the only important part really is that you need to keep the bracket that attaches it to the computer, and that's held together by these screws right here. Just take those off and we'll attach it to the new screw. Alright, so hopefully by this time you have the screws out, and it should look like this. Just 2 little brackets, your broken screen over here, and now let's grab the new one. If you're wondering how to order this stuff, on the back of most of your computers always has a part number. And right here it has the model number. See which one I had to order. If you just look it up online, just Google that part number and you'll find a whole bunch of vendors that'll give it to you. Just find whichever one you prefer. As far as which way is up, Notice how there's a fatter end on these brackets. These need to be at the bottom. And the way that you know which way the screen goes is the connector has to be on the bottom part. So, bottom, just like that. We'll sit it on top of the brackets and screw it back in. And I've got the mounting bracket on the brand new screen, and go ahead and we'll flip it over and lay it down on the keyboard. So now we can put this control cable in. All you gotta do is just take it and slide it right in there. It should line up. There's not really a... On most cables they usually have that little clip that you have to pull out. This one just slides right in. Once you're done with that, you put the tape back down. If the tape's not sticking, use your own tape. They like clear tape for some reason. And then once you're done with that, you're going to flip it back up and put the screws back in where they need to go. The only two screws that you want to put in are going to be these two with the arrows on them. It's right there by the hinges. These other ones are done when you put that background we saw over here. When you clip this back into place, that's where those screw holes line up. So that's why you're going to wait for afterwards to do that one. Otherwise you're going to be sitting there wondering where the screws went. Alright, so now we got our frame back on, with our little rubber stoppers in. Now we're going to put this clip back on. This one right here, you have to put it in this side first. This one on the Inspiron side first. It has this nice little edge along here. Just kind of got to guide it in there and clip it right back down and you'll be fine. Just keep going all the way around, just kind of the opposite of what you did taking off. Just kind of clip it into place. Alright, hopefully you had some success and you are now seeing either safe mode pop up for more troubleshooting or whatever else you needed to do. Thanks for watching.